We all have a point of no return when it comes to losing our tempers, and that's especially true in the workplace. So how do we keep from becoming hijacked by our emotions? Susan Steinbrecher, a licensed mediator and author who deals with this topic, is here to enlighten us. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
Oh my gosh, tempers. Why do people snap?
Oh gosh, so many reasons that we get triggered emotionally, and it is exactly that. It's like we're emotionally hijacked.
Oh,
so it happens, and there's lots of things we can do about it, though.
Okay.
Right. So one of the first things I always recommend is, take a deep breath.
That's important.
When you expel that energy out of the body, it has a tendency to calm you immediately. Counting to 10 in your own mind also buys some time. I think asking questions buys you time. So when someone's really upset and yelling at you, for example, you could say, tell me more about that. Or you seem upset about X, is that correct?
And that also will calm them down. As I mean, it seems like it would if we can stop, think for a second and say, okay, let me breathe. Why exactly are you upset with this? And really start to ask a question to them, I think kind of helps me and helps the other person.
Absolutely, because it also shows them that you're listening, that you really genuinely care when you ask the question, and of course it's buying you that time to regain your composure.
Okay. What about paraphrasing?
Paraphrasing or clarifying helps too, because it also buys you time. In other words, the focus is off of you and on them. That's what you're looking for, so that you can regain your own composure, take that deep breath, right?
Okay.
So clarifying, like, what I'm understanding you're upset about is X, is that correct? This is what I'm understanding is the situation.
Okay.
Did I get that right? So then immediately they have to respond, you take your deep breath, right?
Exactly.
Count to 10, do what you need to do.
What kind of prevention tips would you give to us?
And I'm glad you brought that up, because to me this is a two-pronged approach.
Okay.
There's prevention and intervention. We just spoke about some of those intervention moments, right? Things to do in the moment. The prevention are things that help you build the daily reserve of energy or strength, so that when something does happen, you can call on that reserve. So things like daily meditation, even if it's for 5 minutes, it matters.
Yes.
Doing things like yoga or relaxation techniques of any kind is one of those. Another a great thing is just calming your body. Maybe that's a stretching class. Maybe that's getting a massage. Maybe it's reading for you or listening to really peaceful music.
Do you think that getting enough sleep helps? I mean,
yes.
Because when we don't sleep, we're a little grouchy sometimes, and you're easy to explode.
You're exactly right. I mean, we all know we don't operate at our best when we don't get enough sleep. So we recommend 8 to 9 hours a night. And I know most people are like, are you kidding?
Wow.
I don't even remember the last time I had that. But really, we know that if we're constantly operating off a sleep deficit, we're not at our best. We're going to be shorter tempered. We're going to be less patient. All of that creates us to just get out of control in terms of our temper.
Have you heard the rumor that chefs chefs have a little bit of a temper?
Can be. You always hear the classic example of the knives being thrown across the kitchen, right?
Yes.
And I've actually had the great fortune to work with a lot of chefs, and in some cases, that is true. Other cases, not so true.
Sometimes you get upset.
That's right.
And I think I love the technique of breathing, because I do it all the time. As soon as I feel like I'm getting a little too, I'm like, okay, relax, Tiffany. Just breathe.
Right,
and
exactly.
I like it. So we count. Don't count sheep, but count.
Count in your
breathe,
mind.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and really the other thing is, to operate at our optimum, our best performance, there's 4 energy quadrants involved. So we need to be healthy emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Got it.
So the more that you tap into those 4 areas of your life and take the time to really build the energy reserve around that, the better off you're going to be, the less you're going to be triggered, the more you're going to stay calm in the moment, which is what you're really trying to do.
Exactly. Right? What about if someone is crying? I mean, do we still take those same approaches, or do we try to calm them and stay away from the topic? I mean, what do we do exactly?
That's a really good point, and it sort of is kind of case dependent, but one of the things that I would say is that if you have someone that's very emotional or crying like that, empathy is really the first thing you need to draw upon. Wow, I can tell that this is really upsetting for you. If it was something you triggered in them, my intention was not to upset you. I'm sorry, I can tell that I have. what can I do to help? Those kinds of things show genuine concern, gets them on the right page with you,
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. If you would like more details on this, you can reach Susan on her website at steinbrecher.com, and we'll have that address on the website too.